What's up? BigHerc916. Muscle up. You're tuned into my car channel where I talk about nothing but cars. And in this video, I'm at the Barrett Jackson Fall Auction, October 2025. This auction is not like the one they have in the spring and January. This one's a lot smaller, and yeah, they have some decent cars here, but not like what you see in January, which is crazy. And from what my understanding is that they're losing money on this fall auction. So this is going to be the last year that they have the fall auction in Scottsdale. But who knows? Anyways, I'm doing a voiceover because the initial audio on the mic somehow got messed up. I don't know what happened. So I'm going to go ahead and commentate from the voiceover. And as you can see, there were a lot of Broncos. The Broncos do really well at Barrett Jackson. A lot of people come to Barrett Jackson to purchase either a classic Bronco or a classic Chevy truck or Blazer. So a lot of guys bring those to this show. You also catch a lot of classics. This is the car show for the classics. Not so much, you have some here at the fall show, but definitely in January, you will see some of the sickest classic cars, pro touring resto mods at the auction, turnkey done, and they will be bringing big bucks. What's crazy is some of the cars you think like, man, that car should bring big dollars. It's got clean paint, interior, everything is nice. And then it goes across the auction block and just stalls. And then the car before it just killed it, getting almost $250,000. So you never know which car is going to hit and which car is going to miss. And a lot of times, I don't know if it's the paint color or the wheels or, the timing, but it's crazy, man. And there's a lot of nice cars, and some of them just stall out. People just, I mean, even though they're clean and they had a lot of work into them, they just don't bring the dollars that you would expect. Classic Mach 1 right here. Never seen a Mach with a vinyl top. They said that, I think this one only had like maybe 17,000 or 15,000 original miles. I didn't see what this went across the block for, but I'm kind of partial to Mustangs because I grew up around classic Mustangs. And then they have this area, which is all the vendors. You'll have, people selling gold, people selling furniture, windows, furniture, artwork. There's also food vendors in here. And then you'll have, portable hot tubs, all kind of stuff in there. So jewelry. So there's plenty of shopping for the wifey. If you bring in a Barrett Jackson, tell her she could do some shopping, and then you can sneak off and go look at all the cool cars. Now this is the back of the main tent, and you can see how like sparse this is. Usually this is packed, and this is on Saturday. And Saturday in January, on the last, like the Saturday of the show, Super Saturday, man, it's madness. There's so much money in the room, it's crazy, and there's money on the phone. I think this Camaro sold for like 120, 67. Pretty clean. Windows is black. This thing is murdered out. Windows is super tinted. But yeah, you can catch some deals. That's the thing about this show. Because it's not like overly impacted, you might slide up on something and a dude might just let his, car go at this auction, and, man, he'll take a bath on it, and there's no reserve. So no reserve. And I can't remember exactly how much the the percentages for the buyer and the seller. I can't remember if it's 8% or 10%. I can't remember, but Barrett Jackson is making money on the front end and the back end. Now this is pretty clean. This Apollo right here. I can't remember what this went for, but man, there's some clean rides, man, for good deals. Um, You know, if you go back in January, these cars right here, I mean, there's a lot of people looking for the same thing. So you're gonna be paying a lot more. But like, I think this Camaro, this Camaro, this 69, man, I think it went for, I want to say like 50 something. You know, it had a 350 in it. Yeah, I think it went for, let me see, what did it say here? 53,000. So that's pretty crazy, man. You know, and it's clean. I mean, it's not over the top interior, but it's got the horseshoe shifter, clean interior, um, updated steering wheel. Looked like it had some updates. I can't remember if it had, I think, updated brakes and wheels. So 53,000, man, that's a nice crew to get in and just drive, man. You know, now there's a catch 22 because some of these cars you can't just get in and drive. You know, there's been numerous cars that have went from the auction straight to a mechanic. So that's the thing about buyer beware. Some of these cars, this is clean too. I can't remember what this went for, but this is pretty clean. But you can't test drive the car, so it's hard to sometimes determine what the quality is. And this one went for 128, but it's clean. I mean, look, all the chrome on it's nice. Stance is right. Um, yeah. And then this is original Cutlass right here. It still had the plastic on the back seat. I can't remember what this went for. But, you know, the G body, you know, the Cutlass, it's like the Chevelle, Skylark. They all got similar shapes. This was original, nice original looking classic. And then you had this, I think this is a Fairlane right here. And it went for like 30 something. You know, you don't really see these. Different, you know, for what it is. I mean, you know, matte bumpers, chrome looked like it was in good shape, the trimming. But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, I think this car was like 36,000, so that's not a bad deal. Now look at this right here, Maserati Gilead. This thing sold for, I want to say $12,000, man, 12,000. And you're looking for a luxury sedan. You want to try to floss like, you know, you're balling. This was the car right here. You used to see these in LA in the Valley. Everybody had one of those things because they were easy financing. And then I think this Bentley, I can't remember what this sold for. I want to say, because it was a 2006. I want to say like maybe barely 30,000, 26,000. It was cheap. It was cheap, man. But yeah, a lot of good deals here. And this is a Yanko replica, and I think it sold for, I can't remember. I want to say 50 something or 60. You know, if this is a real Yanko, you would be talking about six figures. But this was a replica Yanko, and it was clean, but it wasn't like the regular Yankos. Now this is the staging area, and this right here is insane in January. I mean, packed. You can walk through here though and kind of check out the cars, interact. A lot of cool cars out here. You can hear them start up, and the cars just stage them out here before they go across the block. That was a 2001, I believe, Lotus Esprit twin turbo V8. I think it went for 60 something thousand. It went for over 50. I want to say 60 something thousand. It was clean, low mileage. Jaguar over there, XK, Camaro over there, Corvette. Yeah, this is where all the cars. And see, this area, you can't even walk through here when they have the auction in January, especially on Saturday. Forget about it. This is packed. There's money dues all over here. You know, people checking out the cars. And like I said, you don't get to test drive these cars, so you got to really know what you're looking at. I mean, if you can find the builders, a lot of times the builders will be hanging out with the cars, and you can ask them questions, and then that way you can kind of see what's going on with the car. You know, ask them like, what's, um, when was the car completed, how many miles, Now, the catch-22 is a lot of these cars have really low miles, 400 or 500 miles. And let me tell you, like 400 or 500 miles on an old school car is not a lot. You don't know what's going to come loose, what's going to leak, what's going to drip, what's going to overheat, what's not going to overheat, um, just all kind of things. So personally, I would say a car that has 2,000 miles, 1,500 miles at least, 3,000 miles. I mean, that's a car that's been kind of shook down. I mean, if it has 500 miles, oh, it's brand new, this and that, but that's break-in miles. You got to change the oil. You have to check a lot of this stuff. I mean, I drove my car from Orange County to Arizona, drove well, didn't overheat, but I had a few little drips when I got home in the garage. And then some of my exhaust bolts from the header came loose, so I had to replace those. So just little stuff shakes loose. As you drive those cars, you're on the road, things like that happen because it's a car that's built, not bought. When you build a car, there's always little things you got to look at. And typically, you take the car back to the person that built it, have them go through it, and kind of, just check out everything, make sure everything, give it a once over. And that way, that, the car is good to go from there, and then put some miles on it. But these classic cars, man, they bring in big bucks. I mean, especially these Blazers and Broncos and stuff. Now, these cars back here are the cars going in January. And January, like I said, is big money cars. Mustang, Eleanor, that right there, these cars, that color combination, it always brings the dollars, $250,000. I've seen ones that are just as clean in black and silver, and they don't bring as much money. For some reason, because of the movie, that color combination brings the most dollars. So, yeah, man. Barrett Jackson.
Edition, powered by a 4.0 liter, 710 horsepower twin turbocharged V8 engine with a dry sump lubrication paired with a 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission with manual shifting mode, McLaren adaptive damping with comfort, sport and track modes, double wishbone independent suspension, carbon ceramic brakes, S twin spoke lightweight forged alloy wheels, and here it is. Negative 250, and now 250,000, negative 50, 60, 70, and now $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, $100,000, and now 10, and now 20, and now 30, and now 40, and now 150, 160, and now $170,000, and now 80, and now 180, now 90, and now 90, 92, 2, and now 200, 210, and now 210, and now 210, and now $200,000, negative 210, and now 200, 210, and now $200,000, negative 210, and now $200,000 all the way, and now 210, and now 205, 10, and now 510 up front, and now 5, 10, and now 7, 10, and now 10, 10, 10, 10, and now 210, and now $210,000, and now $7, negative, what am I going to do, sir? And now 7, 10, and now 10, 10, 10, and now $7, negative, $210,000, and now to the 10, and now 10, and now to the 10, negative, all the tray, and now $210,000. Factory window sticker is included with the sale. Also included is a receipt for $10,000 plus service performed on September 16th of 2025, which included an oil change, accumulators, brake fluid replacement, and a whole lot more. 468 miles. So $207,000. Camille. Line of updated description. Title branded rebuilt salvage. 1969 Ford Bronco custom SUV. Powered by a new Ford Performance 5.0 liter Coyote crate engine. That's paired with a new 6R80 automatic transmission. Oh, mighty purdy Bronco. Look here. Who get 300? And now 300,000. Here come right at 50, 75, and now 60, 70, and now 70,000, 80,000, and now 70,000, negative 80, 90, 90, 100, 100, negative 110, 120, and now $120,000, and now 120, and now $120,000, negative 10, 20, and now 120, now 30, and now 30, 40, and now $150,000, and now $150,000 on the buy, and now $40,000, negative 150, 160, and now 70, and now 180, and now 70, 80, and now $180,000, and now 180, negative 90, 90, 92, and now $200,000, and now 2, what am I going to do, sir? And now $200,000, and now to the trade, go ahead, quick time, $200,000. No expense. Again, Spirit Example was built by Ballard Paint and Body, a shop recognized for the high-end restoration. 20, 30, 230, and now 230,000 on it, and now 20,000, 30,000, 40, and now 240. No, I'm up front, and now 40, 50, 40, and now 50, and now 250,000 on it, roll away, 250, and now 250,000 on it, and now 250,000 on it, negative, now 5, and now 45, 50, and now 45, 50. So what do you got? Now 5, and now 55, 50,000 on it, negative, 105, negative, and now 60, and now 60, and now 260,000 on it, and now 255. You have the nicest one around, sir. 260,000 on it, and now 55, 60, and now take it by 89, and now 55, 260,000 on it, and now 55, 60, and now 260,000 on it, and now 7, and now 60. You're out the back, sir, and now 260,000 on it, and now 50, 60, and now 260,000 on it. So $257,000. Mary.
And I'm honored to have next to me here Ted Ryan from Ford Archives and Heritage, the Heritage Brand Manager. And he knows more about this car than anybody in the world, but please pay attention. If you ever wanted to buy a special car, one that you can absolutely say nobody else in the world is going to have the provenance, tell them why this is so special, please.
I will. First of all, thank you guys so much for having me up here, and thank you for giving us opportunity to sell this amazing vehicle. This is Heritage Edition number 3, and I've got number 1 and number 2 in my Ford Heritage fleet, and they're not going anywhere. So this will be the lowest Heritage Edition that will be offered at auction. Second on the Heritage fleet, it was established about a year and a half ago by Jim Farley, our CEO. We have 500 vehicles around the world, and I'm excited to say that every penny from the hammer price on this vehicle will go to support the fleet. In fact, on my desk back in Dearborn, I have bids in place to get our GTs in England. We have a Mark 1, a 64, we have a 69 Mark 3, one of the 7 in the world, and then we have an 05 and a 16, and we're going to get them all operational and take them to Le Mans next year for the 60th anniversary of kicking Ferrari's ass at Le Mans. So, sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
There you go, man. I tell you, opportunity.
I think Carol said that.
This is 1026. Okay. Changes have been made since the catalog. 2006 Ford GT Heritage Edition number 3. Carfax shows damage report on 11/11/2005. Accident reported. Very minor damage with another motor vehicle. Damage to the rear. And on 10/5/2006, accident reported. Vehicle ran off the road. Hit a ditch. Damage to undercarriage. This Scottsdale Fall Auction vehicle has been chosen for the final round of the 2025 Fantasy Bid Game. Included with the sale is a certificate of authenticity, 8,400 miles.
Look in, I'd had to get down 40 pound, have it on it, have it to get down 25, 50, and 50,000 on it, have it to get down 75, and 75,000 on it, have it to get down 75, 85, 85, 100, $100 25, and 125, 50, 150, 200, 225, 250, and 250, now 75 and 3, and 300,000 on it, have it to get down 3, 25, 50, and 350 pound on it, to get down 75, 4, and 400,000, now 25, 50, and 450,000 on it, to get down 75, and 475, and 475, and 475 down 50, and 475, 500, and 500, and 500, and 525, 50, and 550,000 on it, to get down 5.5, 550, 75, and 575, 600, and 600,000 on it, to get down 600, to get down, but you want to pay, and 600,000 on it, to get down through, and 625.
Come on, Scottsdale, we're selling history up here on this auction block. Super Saturday. Let's make some noise. Come on.
625, 50, and 650, and 75, and 675, bottom to get down 675 pound, to get down trade, and 675,000, and 660, and 670, and 670,000.
This is an opportunity right here. Buying it front forward.
And 670,000, Trey, one more time.
Power comes from that supercharged 5.4-liter V8 engine, 550 horsepower, 6-speed manual transmission. I don't know where else in the world you get one like this with a certificate of authenticity. The best of the best, 8,400
And this
miles.
was the press car, so when all the photos you see, this car was the one the journalists drove. The provenance is unbelievable. You were buying it straight from Ford.
75, 85, and I'd had to get down 685.
And the build book goes with it.
And 685,
This is an opportunity for a museum.
And 685,000 everybody through, everybody done. And $685,000. I'm on the phone with John. And 675,085. And 685, roll it away. Hey, hold it there, guy. Daddy get down 685. And hold the car. I daddy get down 685,000. Everybody get down 685. And 685,000. All through. Sold 675.
Now custom coupe. This custom Chevelle is powered by an all-aluminum LS3 V8 engine fitted with a twin 67mm ball bearing turbochargers paired with a Viper spec Tremec T56 6-speed manual transmission. The drivetrain is supported by a custom G-Comp chassis, C7 Corvette suspension, adjustable coilovers, Ford 9-inch rear end. Here's lot number 1030.
I had to get down putty pain, have it on it, made to get out again here. I had to get down putty pain, 70, get back, had to get down 20, 30, 40, 50, and $50,000, $60,000, down, about to get down 70,000, and $70,000, down, about to get down 70 grand, 80 grand, and $80,000, 90, and $90,000, 100, 100, now 10, 20, $120,000, $120,000, down, about to get down 30,000, $40,000, $140,000, down, about to get down 140, 50, 150, 60, $160,000, $160,000, now 70, now 80, $180,000, $180,000, down, about to get down 80, 90, 92, and $200,000, and 210, 20, and 220, 30, and $230,000, down, about to get down 40, 50, and 250, and 250, and 250, and $250,000, down, about to get down 40 here, and $60,000, and $260,000, all through, and $260,000. Go ahead, Trey boy.
Interior's fully custom, push button start, Dakota Digital Gauges, vintage air, award-winning show car, just completed a 3-year rotisserie restoration.
60, I had to get down 250, 260, and $260,000, down, about to get all through, all done, and $260,000, down, about to get down $260,000, now half. Sold for $250,000.
This Scottsdale Fall Auction vehicle has been chosen for the final round of the 2025 Fantasy Bid Game. Here's lot number 1040, 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle Custom Convertible. Power's provided by a supercharged LT4 V8 engine paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission.
I had to get down putty paint, have it on it, down, to get down to get this thing. I had to get down putty paint here. I had to get, oh my, look at this. I had to get down $400,000. I had to get down 30, 40, 50, and $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. And $70,000, 80, and 80, 90, 90, 90, and $100,000, 10, 20, $120,000, down to $30,000, $40,000, $140,000, 50, $150,000, down, about to get down 50,000, 60, now $70,000, $170,000, $170,000, 80, 90, 90, 90, on 222, and $200,000, and $200,000, down, about to get down 222, and 200, now 200, now 10, and 210, 220, and 220, and $220,000, down, about to get down 20, and $220,000, down, about to get down 220, and $220,000, trade 20, 30, and 230, 30, 130, 40, and $240,000, and $240,000, down, about to get down, what do you want to pay to get down, trade, go ahead.
Custom leather interior and chassis, Ford 9-inch rear end, limited slip differential, custom leather again, vintage air, climate control, Dakota Digital Gauges, and I did it steering column as well.
40, I had to get down 40, 50, and 245, now 50, and 250, and 250,000, and 250,000, down, about to get down 250,000, and 5, on him, had to get down 255, all through. Sold for $250,000, and $100,000, now 25, 125, now 50, $150,000, now 75, 175, 5, on him, had to get down 175, where $175,000, down, about to get down 175, to get down 500, on him, had to get down 222, and $200,000, 85, 2, and 222, and 200, now 25, 225, 225, 225, and 210, 20, and $220,000, down, about to get down 20, 20, and $220,000, down, about to get down 220, and $220,000, 30, and 230, 50, and 40, 50, and 250, and $250,000, down, about to get down, what do you want to pay to get down $250,000, and 250, and $250,000, down, about to get down 45, 50, and $250,000, down, about to get down, what do you want to pay, Tanner, go ahead.
Cars
50, 60.
The McLaren branded instrumentation, finished in the crystal galaxic black metallic, equipped with the butterfly hinge doors, Michelin Pilot sport tires, Mercedes-Benz branded calipers, 3,000 miles.
60, I had to get down $260,000, and 250, $260,000, down, about to get down, what do you pay, and $260,000, down, about to get down, all there, now 70, and 270, and $270,000, 270,080 and 280 and 280,000 down about it again, take it down 80 here and 280 90 and 290,000 and 290,000 down about it again, late again and 290,000 and 290,000 down 3 and 300,000 down about it again, 300,000 and 300,000 down about it again, what do you want to pay to get down 300 and 300,000 down about it again, everybody through, everybody done and 300,000 and 300,000 down about it again, down 10 real quick, 300.
Bose Premium Sound System, 617 horsepower, 575 foot-pounds of torque, clean Carfax, riding on the Michelin Pilot Sport Tire.
300, I had to get down 300,000 and 333 on them, had to get down 300,000, 333 and 300,000 down about it down 300 is bid and 310 and 310 and 310,000 down about it again, everybody through and everybody done and 310,000 down about it again, 10. Sold for 300.
Catalog on the 2024 Resvani tank. This one is powered by that 2-liter supercharged 4-cylinder hybrid system electric motor. Has the battery pack. Made it to the 8-speed automatic hybrid transmission.
Thank you, Mr. Lehman.
Combined output of
Thank you, Joe.
75 horsepower, 470 foot-pounds of torque, just 5,000 actual miles.
I'd had to get down 40 pain, have it down, but to get down to get this thing, I'd had to get down 40 pain, somebody get 200. I'd had to get down 200 pound, down, but to get down, somebody get 10, 20, and 20,000 down, but to get down 20, 30, and 30,000 down, but to get down 30 pound, 40 pound, and 40 pound on them here, and 40 now 50, and 50,000 down, but to get down 50,000 down, but to get down 50,000 and 50,000 down, but to get down 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 and 70,000 and 70,000 down, but to get down 70 pound, and 70,000 down, but to get down 70 grand here, and 70,000 and 70,000 down, but to get down what do you want to pay to get down 70 grand, and 70,000 down, but to get down what do you want to pay to get down 70 pound, 80 on them here, and 80,000 and 80,000, 90 and 100, and 100,000 down, but to get down 100,000 down, 100,000 down, but to get down 100,000 down, but to get down through 100,000 down, 100,000 down, 5, 10, 105, 110, 105, 110, 105, 110, tried to get down 110 all through 110,000 down, everybody through, everybody done. What do you got? 95 and 110, 15, 115, 115,000. Woody's out 20, 120. Woody, you're out. 120, 120,000 and now 5, 125, 125 and 30, 130,000 down, but to get down 130 now 5, 135, 5 down, but to get down 135, 40 and 50, 150,000, 150,000 down, 150,000 down, but to get down, to get down, what do you want to pay to get down 150, 150,000 down, but to get all through 150,000, 150,000, 150,000 down, but to get down to get this thing, I did to get down 150. I'll take 145 and 50, 145 and 150, 145 and 50, and I have sold 140.
So that's the last Barrett Jackson show they're going to do in October for fall, from what I understand. I don't know if they're going to reschedule it next year for somewhere else, but this is the last show they'll have in October, and the next show will be in January. So see you in January, but I'll see you before that with some other car videos. Subscribe, share, muscle up. Visit BigHerc916.com to pick up a limited edition GTA poster signed by me for $10, or with your purchase of a Wig Splitter Porsche t-shirt, I'll throw in a free poster signed by me for you. Oh shit! The popos are coming. I gotta hurry up and wash my ass. Go to BigHerc916.com, pick you up a bar of soap, and wash your ass, or else you're gonna be under arrest too. Oh shit!